Turners acting like a clown. You know what's going down every time that we in town. Take a look through the peephole. Yo, everybody's getting geek, bro. Stop the hate and let them leaks know that we turn the club into a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club, yeah, we turn the club to a freak show. To a freak show.
after that.
Won't you take me home?
to need a tune-up after that.
So delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You'll break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again, lose your mind from endless pain.
the garage. What a play! What a play! A lovely header. Saved by the keeper. Seconds left on the clock. Seconds left on the clock. What a save! What a save! The game was won.
He gets claws real big, pissed off quick, and if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the score, never getting bored, loves the blood and gore, always wanting more freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness, torn apart quick, you left scars ripped, you'll be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. He's back and better than ever. I can feel my heart rate, adrenaline pressure. It's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key controlled by fight or flight. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went and it away. I ain't f***ing okay, I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck here for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Yeah. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million cause that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family, from a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Whole life never when I do nothing, make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. My day really not tame. I'ma never slow down. I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. I'm a slave for you. Ripping harder, more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a god. Mass hopeless, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down, trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Whole life never when I do nothing. Make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. My day really not tame. I'ma never slow down. I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, we have some sort of casting, if we can call it that. It is D-Lynch here, and I have my lovely producer Rory in the background, you know, Mr. Server Owner and all that jazz. We have a lovely intermediate playoff for the ICC here, sponsored by, obviously, our lovely LTX Academy, where hopefully, if anyone can, you know, if there's anyone that can help you, it is him, and he'll make sure to help you get above a D tier and then runs championship tier list, or in any tier list for that fact. But we have an interesting semi-final here after just seeing a lovely comeback from Aviators against Natives Academy. The old men leading by the youngster, I think, if we can call him a youngster at this point. But Enron and Cans still have it, coming off a strong Belfast Land performance. But we're going to have number 4 seed in the playoffs, Architects, going to see can they, I should say, come back from a little inch and cause a bit of an upset against Worcestershire, I know how. Worcestershire, however you want to pronounce it, because unless you actually know, no one ever gets it right, realistically. number one seed. Maybe it does say baby oil man, but that is Eddie, Luca, and Nathan. Oh, with a lot of experience together against Sark, GHGM, and Captain Pudding. Cappy P, you know what? If Cappy P ends up winning this all, I think everyone will have a bit of an interesting experience here. You will never hear the end of it. It'll be like just myself going on about every tournament in existence, but I'd say, I don't know about heavy underdogs, but they would be the underdogs definitely going into this. Luca, currently sitting pretty well in ranks there, but Nathan, a little 2k player on this intermediate side. As we see there though, Nathan absolutely diming up Eddie. And oh my, that is a great way from the start. Is that up the seat by Eddie? Oh my god, it is. What? Nah. Okay. I think we call it there. GG's, lads. I'm off. I'm too tired for this, but no. That was a nice saucy goal. But it's fine. There's plenty of time for them to make it happen. But we're gonna let's see how the bracket went down. Obviously, Sarktex, this isn't their first series of the playoffs. As they concede another second early goal there by Eddie. Eddie seeming to be doing quite well here. It's Nathan really creating all these chances though. Gets a nice easy net and Eddie just taps it in. But Sarktex had to, I think it was a 4-0 sweep, my lovely producer confirmed earlier. 4-0 or 4-1 I believe against Grady and friends. But they were missing their star firepower man in Grady, which if Grady were there, we know he was sweeping the bracket 1v3 all by himself. Let's be real here, lads. But that is an interesting pass there. I didn't see who did it, but that was an absolute dime. Up to Eddie again with a hat-trick early on. Cappy P himself, you know what? You gotta remember, Pudding, you're actually on the blue team here, as you see though. But if that was on the other net, that would have been an absolute dime. But a minute into the game, a commanding 3-0 lead, and I do have confirmation it was a 4-0 earlier against Grady and friends. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Can we have a scoreline predictions in the chat? I want to interact with the chat a bit if anyone wants to help me entertain the stream. Solo casting can be a bit of a tough job by himself. See Topster in the chat. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But they topped league play by a convincing margin. I think they went completely undefeated bar their double forfeit Worcestershire did in league play. But I still think they're undefeated, and you could see why. They are just an absolutely unbelievable team. And if you kind of look at it, on paper, Aviators are really the biggest threat they have. But, speaking of that, you can't keep the Sarktex out here. Sark, capitalise on a beautiful thing. That's a good challenge by Pudding. Eddie can't get back in time. And Sark is just absolutely dusted into that ball. There's a nice little thing there. And there's still 3 minutes left. Plenty of time to come back in this game, but it's only game 1 series. We don't really need, like, it's the first series today for, well, sure, but they're not starting off slow by any means. But it's game 1, often a feeler game. You don't need to. You don't, like, obviously you want to win game 1. That'd be great if you did, but it's a very long series, best of 7 in the end. We'll end up seeing there's still plenty of time to make anything happen. Eddie. Trying to make some diving happen there, but what? Okay, that is some interesting play there. I guess past 2. Pudding gets faked out on the goal line. Shot is on target, but there's a triple goal line there. That's fine. Nathan with the reset double, and that is a good save on the goal line. Eddie decides to stop there. Fake it out for his teammate. We're going to see what happens here. Nathan. He is really what I define on this team is they're all very good players. They're all evenly matched on Worcestershire, but I think I think Nathan's definitely going to be the creative force behind this team. As we see Eddie there, almost with an insane double tap. I don't know. Nathan seems to be doing all the creative force. Eddie is the star firepower. It seems, just scoring after scoring. Luca, do this thing. Vibing. Gonna try and make a few assists. I don't know. Holding on the fort when you have those 2 teammates, that's all you can do, I suppose. Good boom to the backward there. That's good bump by Luca. Captain Pudding can only make A little block in the goal line, that's good. Double commit on defense though, forces it off to the side. The net is wide open, can anyone get back? Pudding is there, but can only boom it downfield to try and apply some pressure here. But that is good. By Eddie. I'm really getting confused with the name here. I know it's Eddie, but it's hard when you're casting and you just see a name in front of you not to say it. So, if Baby Oil Man gets mentioned throughout the stream, we do apologise. But that's a great demo by him and Luca. That's a 4th goal. 3 goals to the good for Worcestershire. And a minute left in this game. I don't think they're really going to come back to Sarkatex, so they just kind of need to try and figure it out. Maybe use the minute as like a bit of a talk, like not really a tactical timeout, but use it something along those lines. Just talk to each other, see what they think they can do better, and just try and go again next game. Let's see how that JTGO tries to get past infield. Can't make it happen. Let's go save by Sark. Only as far as Cappy P. Double commit in the end though, and they're giving the ball away a bit too much. They need to start controlling this ball a bit better and not giving all this open time and space to Eddie and Nathan in particular. Which, all 3 of them, they've played a lot with each other in the past, so they have all the time they want if they really... They're almost on a subconscious link between each other. They kind of know all each other play, they all know what they want to do. If they're even thinking too in that detail. They could just be having fun and playing, but that is game number 1 to Worcestershire. Worcestershire. We know how it's really pronounced, but when you're saying it quick, you're wrong. And I do have to admit, all the damage was done in that opening minute. Besides the rest of that, it was all the pressure, all the attacking force was really in Worcestershire's favour. Sarkatex, they really need to try to figure out how to stop the kind of firepower and all this offensive pressure from Eddie in particular coming out. If they can kind of, maybe not necessarily cut a bit more, but if they can get their rotations a bit cleaner, apply a bit more pressure and kind of win that midfield battle a bit more, I think they have every chance of making this as close a series as possible. Potentially, who knows, winning. We might have a possible like self-implosion from Worcestershire. Who knows? Like, nothing more embarrassing than losing Captain Pudding and the boys. Like, I do think that if they start to drop maybe a game, 2 games, all the pressure would then start to be on Worcestershire, because Captain Pudding is an enormous force on this pitch, and I don't know, if I was on that pitch, he's one of the last players I'd want to lose to. Wouldn't hear the end of it. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But I think Cappy P, I'm going to say a difference maker, but I'm going to put a little asterisk next to that, because he could self-drive this team, bring them forward, but what he could also do is implode the defense. So we'll wait and find out. As we see, a good bit of pressure being put. Nice little stare here from Sarkatex. I don't know, however it's pronounced. I should really have looked this up beforehand, but it is fine. Eddie. I'm going to say a little fake, a little miss there. Oh, a little bump there, Pudding can't get on. The net is open, the demo comes out from Eddie, and it's easy as you like for Nathan. What looked a promising start for Sarkatex. Worcestershire. Yeah, that's a 2s play right there. Like, you know, are they even playing Tributary at this point? They're playing 2s, let's be real here. I don't know. If we hear me repeating a lot of phrases, it's because I'm by myself. I'm just gonna ramble on, see what happens. But I think any bit of casting and trying to bring an excitement to at least bring forward this semi-final and into the final as well. Be better than just having a little vibe music rory. Would have been better for my tiredness and for the sleep schedules of everyone, but we had to do it for the cause. We had to get some form of casting going in. It's a nice touch by Pudding, but JTM goes straight past it. 50s straight out to Luca. He's gonna try to follow this up. He can't get the hit. JTGM controlling it nicely here, but then that goes straight. That's a brilliant save by Sark. Eddie, oh so clinical in that first series. that first game, I should say. That is a brilliant save. You can see the potential counter-attack here, but Sark can't make it happen. Demo comes out from Sark, bumps his teammate to get him back quicker. And we're going to act like everything is intentional, because obviously everything in Rocket League is intentional. There's always a meaning behind everything. Not. But we'll see here. Pudding gets a touch off there. Eddie tries to find the infield pass, can't make it happen. HCM doesn't really do much. Ends up just passing it straight to Worcestershire. That's shot on target by Luca. It goes wide actually. GCM gets boomed downfield. And a bump coming out between Eddie and Nathan there. Sark trying to find the infield pass. Luca's last there. But he gets an ever so crucial touch. GCM, gotta be careful here with the undiving Nathan. Eddie can't make anything happen there. And just over half a game to go. And I will have to say, before Castle's Curse strikes, Architects, they're doing a lot better this game. Or at least a lot better at withstanding that relentless pressure. And Nathan coming up big when his team needs him. JCM, he just gets beat by Eddie, who needs to go again. Pudding trips on the post and can't get that save. Nathan representing the proud nation of Brazil with his banner. Trying to bring on a bit of that flair, which he's been doing so far. Good touch by Luca. And the net's just open. What happened here? There should have been a defender back, but Sark up his last. Can't really get a touch there, and it's two teammates in front of him. He needs to be a bit less careless. More careful, less careless? I don't know. I can't speak English. But half the game to go. 3 goals to the good. Worcestershire. For my tiredness sake, I would love a sweep here. Get straight into the final, and more importantly, that would really go in favour of a lovely Rory here, streamer-wise. He doesn't want to be up too late, but we know what the stream wants. We know what the viewers wants. The exciting, the action. Oh, we'd love an absolute. You know what? Worcestershire are going to win this in the next game, and then we're going to see a masterclass from the Architects. Bring it to Game 7, I think. Do I think it's actually going to happen? Probably not. They'd probably take a game before that. But it would only be lovely for the content purposes. As you see Luca there, getting that ball in field. No teammate there. GCM finds that passing upfield. He actually regathers his own ball. That's a good touch out wide. Eddie booms it downfield. Sark is the last man. He gets a good touch, tries to follow it up, but Nathan, he is just too quick there. And they're doing a lot of diving at the ball that even if they're not going to get there, they're just trying to force for their teammates. They should really play a bit more patiently, Architects. I know there's 3 goals. They need to actually make something happen. Really, if they want any chance, they need to make this happen now. Being held goalless right now. Sorry, hits the ball up high. JCGM gets the beat on the man there. That's a pass infield by Nathan. Pudding gets a touch to the corner. Can't get a hit, but JCGM is there. Gets the ball infield. Eddie, crucial touch, and that's a great demo by Pudding. Just buy his time as much team as possible. And the free jump by Luca. He gets the brilliant 50 there. Mason dives for it too much. Eddie needs to be careful here. But there's 10 seconds left, and this looks like it'll be a 2 game lead for apologies. A 2 game lead for Worcestershire. Also, I suppose what I said before, a 2 goal lead. I was kind of predicting, what was about to happen. Sark, yeah, nice goal there. Rocking the Alpine batter. And that is lovely from Worcestershire. Nathan, a hat trick there. He's showing Eddie isn't the only one that can score goals. He doesn't need his teammates. He'll do it all himself. But I suppose that's part of the strength of this Worcestershire team that's made them so deadly in intermediate this past league play. They don't rely on a single carry player. maybe as much as some other teams might do. All three of their players at any stage have the possibilities of turning up and being that star player in a particular game. And you don't necessarily need any of them to step up at any given moment either. If all three of them are solid, they're a very tough team to beat. And I realized I wasn't ready up, so we're going to try and get this going ASAP. Speed up the bracket as much as possible. These teams are raring to get into it. So we'll just follow their demands and let some magic happen. Taking a quick, 5-10 second break for my sanity. Trying to analyze this and ramble a lot. What else is DLH known for but rambling? Pure and utter nonsense. But we're going to see how this happens. Quite enough opening 30 seconds. No magic is happening yet. But we see Sark tries to get a touch there, but Eddie, beautiful pre-jump. That's a good pass by. Luke's got to get past one. Ball into there. The net is open for a second, but Nathan gets back and gets a good 50 with Sark just to bring it back into his own half. Pudding couldn't make anything happen. Pudding tries the infield pass, but JCM just wasn't ready. And I think, oh, it's off! Oh, that would have been an absolute howler for Sark Attacks. Just going from being so close to scoring, then get counterattacked instantly. It's just one of the worst things that could happen. Sark, nice touch there. Luca trying to find a shot on target. Can't make happen. Watch out wide for JTGM. That is probably one of the more handful of names to say in this lobby. All the rest potentially nice and easy short names to say. Have to say 4 different letters to make his name possible, but the UCD man. Who spawns for him? Gets it past one, he's going to stay on it. Gets the 50 with Nathan. His team are in a good position now. Putting in the 1v opportunity. Just decides to just pop it up for Sark. Shot on target, but no power really. Straight at Eddie. Or Luke, I should say. I don't know. I'm getting confused with names myself at this point. And Callum the Shogun with a rating parity of 22. Oh my. That is unbelievable, Shogun. Thank you very much, my Castarel goat. That is huge, man. Thank you very much. But no, we really appreciate it, man. As we're getting to the semi-finals with a final to come of our two of our 4 best teams right here in the ICC Intermediate Playoffs. Oh my, that is amazing, Shogun. Thank you. As we see here, Worcestershire going 1 goal to the good now. After the game, only 1 goal conceded for Sectex. Going better than the previous games gone, but it is what it is. They've been doing okay in defense recently, but they're not showing too much threat going forward. I think they only scored 1 goal in that first game, something like that. They're doing well in the midfield and defense, but Sarktex, it just seems that Worcestershire has an answer for everything they need. Everything they need? Not even that. They're just showing an answer for everything they have on offense. That's a great touch by Eddie there. Eddie ends up getting demoed there by Pudding, but Sark can only find the pass as far as Nathan. The sidewall read, it's not on target. Oh my, that was ever so close. That would have been absolutely amazing. That's a good touch there, but Pudding, well positioned. Boost doesn't spawn for him. Tries to get past midfield. No one's there. Shot is off by Luca. Nathan trying to get that demo. That's a good what? I don't know. I looked away for a second. I completely missed. I saw it, but then I forgot it. That's a good touch by Eddie. Dribbles past one, flicks it over the other. The third commits. It's a 3v1 opportunity. Pudding is in no man's land, and it's no fault of his own. Sark has to challenge. JCM misses the ball. Pudding is being bumped, and it's 3v1. Very unfortunate. Not unfortunate. It's well worked by Worcestershire, but Pudding not much he could do there. He was left alone by his teammates. Sure, everyone can't do much. Sark gets back to it there, and a minute and a half left. Unless they want to face that reverse sweep, which it's tough enough for them to take one game now, let alone 4 in a row. They need to make something happen. The pass infield by GTM, it's very readable. It's the only option he really had. Luca easily reading it. Can't make it happen there in the corner. Stubs it up there. And now, Sark gets a past one, but only as far as Luca. Luca trying to get the double infield. He can't. GTM with the counter attack. That's a good dunk. But Nathan positioned brilliantly there. Pudding. Floating there, trying to block the shot, but forces it into one direction just for Sark. And that's all that could happen. And Pudding decides to turn back for the boost. Concede possession to Worcestershire. Worcestershire. All that jazz. But Sark trying to take control here. Gets a good 50 there. All the players will share on the other side of the field. JCM going to try and make it happen. And Pudding just couldn't get around it. He was able to beat your man there with speed, but couldn't find the back of the net. Each game is slowly getting better and better for Sarkatex. They're conceding less and less when each game goes on, but a potential reverse sweep in action right now, I don't know. It might happen. I can't really see it happening right now. They haven't... they're dealing with the pressure right now, and they're finding a lot more pressure themselves on their own. But they're looking not so good at the moment. Only we'll just have to wait and see what happens. We have our lovely local. Ooh, I should not join the teams myself. That is a terrible idea. We don't want to give any more help to Worcestershire than needed. But we have our lovely local resident pastor Daddy Boy in the chat, and he is going to hear me do nothing but ramble and ramble. As we see here though, Eddie already pre-jumping the low boost Eddie's touch, or Luca's touch, but Sarkatex, this is their last life. If they want any chance of winning this intermediate playoffs or this series, they'll need something to happen that's not that. Oh, I don't know if that was even on target to begin with. I think it could have been off by Nathan, but I think it's GGM gets the touch that just sends it past both his teammates. It might have been Pudding. I'm not sure which one, but that is not the best of starts for Sarkatex. They need to make something happen there. That is open. Pudding gets a good shot on target, but Nathan is back in time. And they are just showing relentless pressure right now. Eddie gets a good touch. Nathan gonna have to try and stay on this. And that's one thing Worcestershire very excellent at. Is just literally subduing their opponents and all this pressure. If one person can't get another touch, the other will cut instantly. They'll put it up high. They'll force you to use your boost. They are just knowing how to suffocate their opponents really well and play that pressure game. Go for the boost and just take those 1v1 opportunities. It doesn't help with Sarkatex passing them the ball a lot, but we're gonna see what can happen. That could just be in. Oh, that's a good save by GGM. That should not have had any chance of going in from Eddie. He was just trying to infield it, I say, but Eddie here gotta make something out of nothing. He can't. Luca trying to make it happen, can't. And there's no one back in defense. I think lovely counter attack goal there by JTGM, but yeah, I don't know. That's the first game I think they've scored since game 1. Actually, I don't think they scored in the previous 2 games. I have a terrible memory, so I actually don't know. But that is interesting there. Yeah. 3 minutes left. 1 goal each. This is probably the best position we've seen Sarkatex in a while. It's Sark gets to touch the corner. Eddie ends up missing it, but his teammate is right there, and that is something Worcestershire have absolutely down to a T. The Architects, they don't always be there for their teammates. As we see a potential goal gone missing there, that was absolute blinder of a chance. But Worcestershire, they're just so good at following up each other's touches. Like, here, for example, puts it low to the ground, can't really make it happen. The net is open for a second. That's a good pass into field by Eddie. HGM going for the sidewall read. Can't make it happen, but Sark pops it up there. This is a chance potentially. Going for the direct shot on target. Oh, couldn't make it. HGM passes off the corner. They need to be following it up. They need to be making a lot more touches happen. They have both now just left putting in a 2v1, 3v1 opportunity potentially. And he gets bumped by his own teammate. Pudding. He's been left in a few naughty positions here, but that's a good double save by Pudding and Sark. It could be on target there. It's not. They're just rolling in, and JCGM, he's in the net, but he just side flips. I don't know, was he bumped or did something happen? But Worcestershire take the lead there, and he was just in an awkward position. I felt like all he had to do was just drive at the net. That wasn't exactly ideal, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. As you see though, Eddie slowly dribbles it downfield, gets a good 50 there. JCN can only find it as far as Luca. Luca gets one touch, hits it backwards actually. Apparently leaves it for Nathan. Nathan gets the reset over one. Can't find the dunk. Pudding! He gets there in time to stop the oncoming attacker. You see Sark. Infield pass. Wait! Sark! That's your own net! Oh, I thought Sark was attacking here for a second. What? And there's no one up. Eddie demos the oncoming defender. JGM caught in no man's land in net, and that's a great shot by Nathan. 2 goals up. Surely. That surely has to be it. That surely has to be it. I don't know. It's been tough enough for them to score goals. I think they've only got 1 goal really. Like they've only had 2 goals all series. 1 counter-attack this one. That's a good bump by Sark. JCM dives in the corner. They really need to throw the kitchen sink at it now. The boys are pre-jumping at this stage. The net is open if they counter-attack quickly. But Nathan, back on defense. Nathan has been everywhere this series. He's been kind of where you need him to be. Just being that solid player. Eddie, pre-jumping everything and just being firepower in net. But that's a good, reasonable challenge by Nathan. GCM tries to pop it back to his teammate. And yeah, they're trying to have a bit of fun at this stage. They're not trying to score every single open net, but they're trying to make some passing plays happen. That's a good touch by Luca. He gets the flip reset. Can he get one more? And that was an interesting 50, but Luca scores nonetheless. Should Architects probably have got there in time? Yes, but that's a rather poor 50 with Pudding. It happens, but 20 seconds there. I think that is it. Congratulations to Worcestershire. They will be advancing to the final to meet, and potentially beat the legendary Aviators, one of RLI's most iconic and bestowed upon team names, featuring the old men themselves, the old timers, the golden oldies as we like to call them sometimes, and a hungover, coffee-filled Enron. Will he have the buzz and the vibe to command his presence on the pitch and lead Cairns and Arctic to a potential intermediate victory? I don't know. Only time will tell, because Worcestershire, they were looking absolutely diabolical in that series. But diabolical, that's not the word I'm looking for. Either way, they were looking phenomenal. That's better. But we're going to go to a quick break, get the rest of these teams in the series, in the lobby, and we'll be back shortly for our intermediate playoff final.
out your window. No, you can't sleep, you pretend though. You don't have to play the hero. 'Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat. You know I'll come running. If you go to war, then I'm going with you. Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do. When you sound the alarm and the chaos is rising, leading the charge, yeah, I'm coming out fighting. Swear on the breath that I breathe, I'll never retreat, yeah, I'll be your army. When your nightmares turn to real life and the ground's filled up with landmines, we will face it standing side by side. You know I'll come running when you need. I'm coming. You know I'll come running. If you go to war, then I'm going with you. Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do. When you sound the alarm and the chaos is rising, leading the charge, yeah, I'm coming out fighting. Swear on the breath that I breathe, I'll never retreat, yeah, I'll be your army. If you go to war, then I'm going with you. Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do. When you sound the alarms and the chaos is rising, leading the charge, I'm coming out fighting. Swear on the breath that I breathe, I'll never retreat, yeah, I'll be your army.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for the final of our ICC Intermediate Playoffs, sponsored by the lovely LTX Academy, where we can find some lovely coaching here and there to hopefully get some better reactions on Enron's tier list. But I am not alone this time. You don't have to hear me just ramble. We have to hear the lovely Danny boy also ramble and give out about how bad everyone is. Isn't that right, Danny?
I don't know quite literally about that introduction. We have to. There is also the mute button if anybody is interested on Twitch or on YouTube if it eventually ends up here. But as the players are naturally raring and ready to go, of course, David, it should be an interesting final here. Some people might have this final suggesting perhaps others here, but predictions will be sorted with talk and gameplay. 5 minutes of game one has just got underway.
And that is all that can be done. We can talk about how much we think one team is going to win, but all that can be done is talking on the field through their actions of their care. And will youth or will the experience prove to be the valuable asset here? But this is a well looked forward to match based on earlier results. As we see here, Arctic gonna try and do something, but not there. All the vast amount of LAN experience and just experience in Tributary in general from this Aviator side. I don't know, Danny. This is going to be one brilliant match, I think.
Well, it should be interesting as well, especially the names on the opposite side, not normally touted, shall we say, on the top end of RLCS. They would have been probably got a name change or two, but personalities certainly showing through. The ball being whipped aside here. What should be mentioned as well, the Aviator side, the latest land as well. Have been a few, of course, on the Patreon as well in terms of conversation. It was Panda, one of the top end players of terms land victories, being, I suppose, replaced for this evening in terms of the long ICC season in the form of Arctic, the old veteran as well too. So he's graced the pitch and trying to show not only is Panda capable, but Ross is just a suitable replacement as a third.
He really is a very suitable player to replace because the vast amount of trajectory ability this man has is extraordinary. But he's no slouch there. Panda, different quality, but as I say there though, what is happening for Worcestershire? Cans just giving an open net really, and Arctic is still actually the youngest player on that Aviators team. We're on about how much experience he has. He's actually still the youngest by a mile in that team, Danny.
For half a second I thought you were about to say Rob was the youngest man. I thought you may have got your facts wrong there, but yeah, I think Ross is still able to flick the hair with a bit of natural water. Doesn't need gel or any products to be put into it. Shows you that youth is on our side, and I think as well that I might be the youngest in the production booth as well, if memory serves me correctly. So that's a strange thought here.
Are you?
Can't remember. Is it below or above 25?
Well, I think that makes you actually the oldest, Danny. If you're above 25 or above, that does make you the oldest in the production booth, unfortunately. We're sorry to get your hopes up there. But we see here though, Arctic, he had the open net for a second, couldn't find the target. But we're going to see, they're not really showing the prowess Worcestershire did in that previous series. It's just their draining amount of pressure. But I suppose they have ice in the veins, Aviators. They know how to keep it leads. They know how to make some magic happen though, as we see Cans. Some interesting technique there. That's a good boom downfield. Only as far as Luca. And we're going to see here with Cans a little interesting back flick. And I'm going to say the level of advanced mechanics that are going to come out from this Aviator side, Danny. I think we're lucky if we see maybe, I don't know, an aerial. Maybe, if we're lucky.
Well, when Rocket League Ireland gets sponsored by a certain liquid product that's known for its soap, it'll also be a first as well too, so that will be a surprise. But what will be the mechanical prowess that you've been talking about as well, let's not forget as well that hitting the ball may just be as difficult.
It is, but that was actually an unbelievable save by Cans. That was almost a certain goal, but I don't know how he kept it out. As we see there though, double tap cannot be found. N1 beats one. Only finds as far as Arctic. And one of the names you might not know, Danny, is Eddie is the third to complete with Luca and Nathan before you but before Baby Oil Man is mentioned too much in the stream.
Well, I'm more intrigued is how that name came about. Is he a mechanic, or does he love a particular sort of baby sets of products?
I don't know. I can only actually name one singular brand of baby oil, so I don't know, is there too much, really, but we'll see. As I see, the little pitch coming out, it's not on target, but a minute left in the game, and I think Aviators, they'll be pretty happy right now. Can't complain too much when they're leading this game. But as I like to always say, Danny, there's game one. It's important to win it, it's nice to win it, but it's not the be-all of end-all, especially in a long best-of-7 like this.
Certainly a fair point, not necessarily too bad as well, but the advantage that you do have in game one, as you rightly know, is to dictate the tempo. You have that sort of luxury known, right? We've settled into the game, it's the opposition that has to respond in kind, but I mean, we could talk about briefly as well the RC, particular master team performing quite well, I believe, as well too. Certain maybe D-Lynch was also playing in a victory or two, I believe, this week.
Yes, 2 victories, followed by a lovely 3-1 victory against Smashy to Seaflame, with Llama not being available due to internet issues, moving houses, etc. So it was a lovely Silly Panda that was in this intermediate tier, subbing in, but there's a big sized shark on that team as well that does he does definitely help the team win. Only a small bit, Danny.
Just a small bit. It's the veteran experience in the form of the 3-time champion of RSC that makes the difference.
And who would that 3-time champion be, Danny? I don't know any 3-time champions on the master team.
Why, would it not be a particular Lynch by any chance?
It would not be, because I'm only a 2-time champion.
Oh, is it only 2 times? You're not quite the RS or IL?
I've never won a title in that. It's only been in the draft version of RSC. I've made a semi-final in IEL ERS. So I think I have a 50% win rate in grand finals in RSC. Two final losses, 2 final wins. But you know, 2 trophies is a lot better than most people have. As you see there, goal line madness happening, and it seems like whatever happens from Worcestershire, they just can't end up finding the back of the net. I don't know whether that's down to them just not capitalising their chances, or is the defense just really good from Aviators, but oh my, in a 1v1, and actually no one had a shadow. 1 second now, Daddy. I think Enron has someone playing on his accounts. That is possible.
Well, there may be an investigation here on the abilities of Roberto back in its day at one point here, but I think your eyes may just have to accept it. It is the man himself, and Khan's once again finding a few saves here to help out his team in the form of Aviators, and you talk about that experience showing through time and time again. It is that difference between, shall we say, Baby Oil and an Enron. One slippery and the other one is unfortunately Baby Oil himself.
And as you say that though, the one that isn't Baby Oil, he does get a little lovely ball over there over the onrushing Enron, but that's a good dive there to force Arctic to commit. And the net was wide open to capitalise for Worcestershire. Worcestershire, I always say it wrong. I say it differently every single time. It doesn't really matter. It's an interesting team name to do for a particular Irish tournament, to name themselves after an English town, but we'll leave them off.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't? Well,
no.
Maybe it's the team name that will stop them from winning this potential final. I don't know, but they're 1 goal to the good right now, and they're under a bit of suffocating pressure right now from Aviators. But Mason doing well to stay behind the ball, gets past one. He's going to try and dive this into the corner, looking for a demo there. It's past Cans, the net is open. But Enron, he appears to be everywhere in defense right now. He's just showing that valuable experience he has. But the net is wide open. I think a both came out there, Danny. I don't know, but either way, 2 goals to the good for Worcestershire.
It to be the bad news here. I think Cans literally just went off his line. And again, it's just that sort of positioning when you are pushed that far up defensively. You can slot it left or right into the corner here. The man who's also playing in the Master Tier, he has actually got some wins under his belt, if my memory does serve me correctly. Should know better. The Aviators trailing by 2. That is not what you want. You did rightly point out this is a marathon of a grand final itself. Here's Cans looking for a small ounce of redemption, but the woodwork denies him that opportunity.
It does indeed, but Cans, he has that potential to just whether it be pull off a random moment of magic or get 5 demos and just all of a sudden open net. But oh, that's a brilliant save by Enron. He had to rush out and he gets the crucial save that Cans couldn't previously. But they're putting a good bit of pressure on now. Enron gets the clear forward. It just rolls up the stadium. That's a shot straight for Luca. It's not on target. The ball is up. Not much boost. That's a good save by Cans. And that's a brilliant clear by Arctic. Only downfield. Enron gonna try and get past. He does. But Nathan smartly taking his time, buying it for the defense. And that is a triple commit there by Aviators. And it somehow works out and they don't concede instantly.
Puts into the middle, and it could be potentially 3 goals to the Aviators. That triple commit may look like the play to go for it, but eventually it will go against you. The demo back line again for the English town itself, trying to capitalise into a city itself here, because it is 1-2 and the third lacking to finish the job off here. It should by most standards be 1-1 in the series here, but you just sense here that if this one goes in, it might just creep doubt into the minds here.
Some doubt could creep in, but Worcestershire, they are really proving clutch in defense right now. They just have a bit of an answer for everything that's happening on Aviators right now. That is probably the one thing you could lack them of. They know how to play trees, they know how to apply all this pressure, but when it comes to those finishing touches, unless they prove to create a clear-cut chance, I don't know, will they be able to score? And we're finding a good infield pass there. Nathan trying to find that Muskie in the end, can't get too much power behind it. Cans fakes it for Enron. There's a bit of a cough by me there, unfortunately. The net is wide open. Nathan can't find it on target. That's a good touch by Cans. The net is open there. Cans could only do so much. Should he have probably done better? Maybe, but that is tremendously good for Worcestershire, and they look almost certainly poised to take this game number 2, Danny.
Right, so I think we've got to ask the more important question, though.
More important question, which is,
You feeling okay?
oh yes, I am. It was just a small bit of a cough at that moment, Danny. It's fine. Thank you for asking.
I'm not saying the health of the players is vitally important, as one of my elite lads unfortunately had a fever that was so rocketly high that he merely not played this week. Here we may actually lose a form of a commentator. Indeed, Lynch with a measly cough here. Is that one not being nursed in at all? Should have been 4-0.
It really should have, but I don't think they're going to care too much. They like a nice clean sheet, but Enron, I'm disappointed. Only takes a dribble, doesn't try for the psycho attempt named after the lovely man himself. But that is a nice little 3-0 win for Worcestershire. It's not as close. A bit more of a wallop than that game 1 for Aviators with the 1 goal. But as we see, they can go tit for tat, Danny, and it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the series goes.
So, I don't want to be boring here, yet being boring on broadcast.
You'd never be bored on broadcast, Danny, would you?
Very rarely. But I don't want to sit here and say that there is a pattern based on just 2 games only here, but based on what we have seen so far here, if the Airs do score, it is seemed to be one of those games that is favourable to them. As you said there, it's when they take the chance, and it is a simple one, as that one has appeared in front of them. It is 1-0 to them. The question at this point here is, can any team break each other after the goals? Well, we now finally have that question put in front of one team in particular.
That particular team, Aviators, they know how to defend the lead. The question is, can they keep doing it? As we see here, though, the ball is there. It nearly goes in, but Cans gets back in time, and I must admit, their scrambled defense from Aviators is exceptional, and that's a brilliant touch by Arctic. The bump coming out on his own teammate. That is good by Nathan. And Arctic just trying to cause a bit of pressure there. Luca, he's up, gets it past Gansky on the double. He can't. Arctic gets there just in time. The ball left on the net. There's no approaching attacker there. And they're taking all the time they need. But a crucial demo comes out. The demo's being looked for again. That's a brilliant save by Cans, and he is showing up big right now in defense, Danny.
And the earlier bit of the play, credit to, of course, Enron himself there sitting front side to get the original touch. And Arctic himself was either cowarding or waiting for the can save, and it's had paid off dividends this time. But again and again and again, the pressure against the Aviators. They relieved it this time. Shot on target, tipped away here. If Arctic can get a touch on target, it would at least play advantageous once again here. The problem, as we keep on saying, is how do they get that short shot on target to be converted into the goal? They have not shown anything other than a tap in to produce their 2 goals so far.
A tap in nonetheless is a goal, but what they do know exceptionally is to rotate, apply pressure, and get a good 50. If they can make their opponents awkward, that is all they need to do, because while they do have the mechanical advantage, when they're a bit awkward, they could be prone to making a mistake. As you see, Cans just gets the small touch up field. Only as far as him again. He gets the good pass in field to Arctic. Can't find anything but a simple touch to the backboard. That's a good dive by Rob. Can't get that bump. Worcestershire. They're being put under a lot of pressure by Aviators right now. Enron gets faked. I don't know what happens, but either way, the ball just ends up in Worcestershire's possession. That's a good dive by Cans. Ball's in field, and Enron can't get up quick enough. Eddie, 1v1 opportunity, hits it straight at Arctic, and now he can take it upfield, gets it past one, and that is relieving a bit of the pressure that Aviators were facing on them. Can he make anything happen? Can't find the infield pass. Enron applying pressure here. Eddie plays the ball to himself, gets one touch up. Cans is left alone defense. The bump is coming, but he gets there in time. Enron, no boost, off the crossbar. Luca jumps awkwardly, can't make it happen. They are applying a lot of pressure to Aviators right now. 2 minutes left in the game, Danny, and we could see a potential counter-attack goal there, and it's in! 2 goals, and they finally have an answer.
The first time they've extended a lead by double. But again, as you said, the pressure was mounting against them. They had to relieve it somehow. Big Irish hoof downfield, typical. For, of course, here at Rocket League Ireland to see it. But 2 minutes still left here as the game plan, it seems, by the Aviators is grab the goal, defend, and keep on defending as much as they can, safely as they can. As Arctic once again booms it downfield here. So will the rotation be drop and keep 2 back at all times here? Well, this one could be tasty, and unfortunately the product not good enough to land the ball on top of the car here once more. It is in the box here, but not tricky enough here. The Worcestershire roster themselves will be looking at this and sort of going, we know we can get this opportunity started against them. It's a question of when, not if.
It seems like the question indeed. But what it seems like to me, with just under a minute and a half left, is whoever gets that first goal, I think, dictates the play. They dictate the tempos. That's a brilliant pass by to get everyone. Dial points, it seems like, Danny. I don't know, did he miss the open? Does he intentionally go for the double tap? I don't know. But I feel like whoever gets that first goal, they dictate how they want to play this game. If Aviators get the first goal, they'll just soak up the pressure, get them on the counter, they'll do their game. But if Worcestershire can get in front, they really start to suffocate Aviators, who, when they're not leading and having to make the opponents overextend, they can really apply a lot of pressure. But only time with that, as you see there. Oh, Arctic, no boost. Luca puts us backward, and we see, I think, a potential disconnect from my co-caster, as I am back on the simulcast for a second until he briefly, hopefully, rejoins us. But Arctic left lone defense right now. Who's to play? Potential 50-50 there, but 30 seconds left. Barring a disaster class from Aviators, they are looking almost certainly good to take this game number 2 and go 2-1 up in the series right now. And I see. Okay, I was not heard between my co-caster Danny, so he has to quickly restart his Discord. But let's have, you know, 2-1 lead for Aviators. They'll be pretty happy with that so far. And I'm looking at our lovely Twitch chat. LTX Sam, of course, our lovely sponsor for the event with his LTX Academy and his lovely coaching capabilities. The commenting on Aviator's age, being about 105 between them. I don't think they're that old, Sam, but they're actually not far off. They'd be at least a good 85. I think maybe 90 between the three of them. If I had to guess. Yeah, I'd say in and around that. But yeah. In and around that would be their combined age if I was going off rough estimates in my head. But either way, that is a very convincing win by Aviators. 1-0 win in game 1 for them. A 3-0 win for Worcestershire in game 2. And then Aviators bouncing right back with 3-goal lead for this game 3. Only time will tell how the rest of the season go. It's all going to be dictated by who can score that very first goal. As the players don't want to wait, they're going to get directly back into this series as we're still waiting on our my lovely co-caster to return. But either way, they're going to try and apply the pressure here. They need a quick early goal, or else Aviators, they know how to defend, they know how to suffocate. Oh, as you see it, there's a bit of lag coming out on my side. A bit of speed up lag for you FIFA nerds out there, including Cans himself. But ball boomed downfield, only starts Cans. He knows how to slow this down, know how to look for the 50. Gets it past Eddie. That's a good 50 there. Past one, Luca. Doing well. Rob, he is really impressing me with his fake challenge game and his shadowing there. He's looking like a man possessed in 1v1 capabilities now. I don't know how. What 1v1 pro has Rob got to play on his account? I cannot believe this. Actually, or is it Rob? Rob's never been too bad. It's Kansas is normally the not so 1v1-esque player. Famously never winning on our last 1v1 series until this previous season. Let's see, Enron steaming through, trying to get a quick shot on target. Can't find the net. There's a good save by the defender, but Enron gets beat out there. He's going to try and cut here, make something happen. So it's 2 goals to go. Arctic almost got bumped, but that is a crucial save by the man living in France at the moment, I believe. But we'll see here. That's good play by Cans. Gets past one. Rob gets beat out though. Cans tries to take a crucial defensive touch there. Decides to slow play it. Get the 50 there. Arctic caught in an awkward position. Enron just booming the ball, but not getting too good a touch on it. Ends up passing it straight to the opposition. Arctic with a good dunk there. Only as far as Worcestershire. Just 2 minutes gone. Not a single goal scored. Based on previous experience, you'd have to say this favours Aviators. A long game. Rob has the infield passes there available, but he doesn't find it. Oh, Enron goes for the solo play, the selfless play there. Eddie gets one touch there. Arctic under one. Dunk comes out there. Rob has all the time and space. Booms it there. Finds his own as far as Eddie. That's a good 50. Luca kind of rushing his touch there. He had a bit of time and space. Didn't need to make it happen. Cans intercepting that. Lovely. Finds the pass down. Gets faked out by Enron there a bit. And a bit of infield bumps by teammates happening. Eddie just taking a normal edge over there, trying to get past one. Only as far as Arctic. Smartly plays the 50. Cans does double commit with his teammate. but it ends up working. How long will that work for with the boost game though? Luca ends up beating Arctic there. Cons gets the boom downfield. On as far as Nathan. A minute and a half left on the clock. We are still deadlocked right now. And we'll have to wait and see here as I'm hearing a lovely Discord joining sound, and I'm hoping that is my co-caster after returning. I don't know, I don't have Discord open, so I'm hoping it was him. But it is!
Out there and move it across in terms of those moments, but I'm going to say the audio blew when the fourth goal went in for me.
Oh really? That's a very interesting moment. So yeah, I've been the last 4 minutes, I've been solely entertaining the stream, Danny, and they're getting a bit sick of my voice at the moment, so you joined back and you haven't really missed much. There hasn't been a single goal, but I was saying that kind of nearly has to favour Aviators because they're the ones kind of known for holding out these tight games. If Danny is still here.
Yeah, I'm still here.
You're still here, yes. Yes. But yeah.
You make a good point in terms of, yes, it does favour them, but again, as long as the game goes longer in terms of the evening, let's not forget that we did talk about the length or the average age of the players, that the deeper it goes here, that the Aviators will feel it more naturally, that the energy level should actually weaken for them because it isn't maintained longer. So hence that's going to be the tad bit concerning in terms of that regard here. If they're going to lose at some point here, don't make it sort of like a 5, 6, 7 minute OT here. Just, if possible, take the chance, convert. If not, move on as quickly as you can possibly can here. Just, it's one of those ones of game management. How do you play from that situation?
Yes, you don't, like, if they eventually lose this game, you don't want, like, it's crucial favours. If they win, they're then 3-1 up in a long series, which obviously gives them plenty of opportunities, but you are right about that age. Will it affect them? I don't know, because coming from our lovely LTX sponsor in the chat, he is saying the average age of this Aviators roster, it has to be surely about 105. I don't know if it's that high, Danny, but it's definitely high. And that's a good save by Arctic there. He gets another crucial 50 there. Buys enough time for his team, but Luca trying to get that corner read. Arctic, I just feel like Aviators, they are always in the right position defensively. Even if they can't always do it by themselves, they'll always end up forcing it to their teammate there. And that surely had to have been pass cans, but no, he got a good save there. A double commit pinch coming out. Eddie being a bit thrown off by the two on-rushing attackers, and I don't know, Danny, this overtime, the longer it goes on, the longer it could tire out both these teams.
So infield pass here. Unfortunately, the man himself in question on the screens right now, and Ron bumped off it here, so Cans to cover the eventual pressure spot here. There is Ross on the other side if he can get to it, of course, but no direct line being fed through him, so the Aviators have lost all sense of the pressure. That's on target, very much on target.
That's gone the opposite way to what I was nearly predicting with these close games. But that's a brilliant pass and a brilliant shot by Eddie. Oh, Luca absolutely diming him up. The power is there. Aviators couldn't get back in time. And we now have ourselves a tight series, Danny, effectively bringing this to a best of 3.
Well, don't you always love it when you can sort of get to use that phrase? I know it annoys most people, but I love it.
Which one? Just kind of bring it to a best of 3 or something, like something along those lines?
Well, yeah, from best of 7s, now it's a best of 5, now it's a best of 3. I know most modern commentators now hates that. I enjoy it because, you know, it is what it is. There is only 3 games potentially left as well. How else are you meant to convey it here? As the players know that themselves here. And if they do win this, it is essentially championship point. They can't afford to drop 2 games here. They
can't really. If we do end up going to that game 7, I will remind our lovely producer to try and throw on the Champions Field, because like no map rotation. But we'll forgive him this time, Danny, won't we?
For half a second, I thought we were already on Championship Field.
Are we? I didn't think we were. Wait, is this Champions Field? No. Is it? Oh, we are on Champions Field. Never mind. I'm just an idiot.
I thought I lost all my marbles a long time ago, but I clearly could have.
No, that's just me. Either way, if this might as well effectively might as well be Champions Field, because it is. And we see there Eddie proving crucial again. He has scored so many goals for his team. And Aviators, last time they were a goal down, that wasn't in overtime. They did go on to get, I'd say, walloped in that game. So they'll really need to pull up their socks now and try and not bring themselves onto, or let Worcestershire have that championship point.
Well, challenger's third man, so any touch on target will be good enough here. It will be tapped on in for 2-0 here. And essentially, I don't want to say this is game done and dusted here, but the Aviators have failed to come back. And that's the storyline so far here. Failed to come back when in the deficit of any kind. Nothing to show on the offensive third here. They can rely on the rotation as much as they can, but they've got to throw something else here, to throw something against the works itself.
They have, as you said, they haven't managed to successfully come back, but Arctic going to try and lead the way. Can't find the shot on target or the double. It's good, like blocked. Ball is found infield, but Cads, he just dives at it. The net is left open, and this could be turned out to be worse than that walloping they got earlier. And he had no boost. He just kind of had to make it happen. The third man was pushed up way too high, and Worcestershire, they're really driving home now, Danny.
Certainly are, and you would expect with all that experience as well that that type of mistake wouldn't be occurring. Quick touch as well. And Worcestershire themselves here, I mean, 3-0 up to the batter. I mean, you just essentially have to play long ball after long ball, not committing too much to each play here, and it is championship point waiting here as they're still trying to put a fourth goal in here. Eventually they will do so. So you talk about wallopings. This one might be a scalping. That's the direction we're heading here.
It certainly seems that way, and look, we know comebacks are definitely possible from this kind of deficit with this amount of time left, but as time goes on, I think Aviators, they really need to be shifting less into comeback mode and more use whatever remaining time they have in the game to try to strategize and think about, okay, what can they do better, what can they do to potentially try and win the final 2 games of the series. But we see a good demo coming out there. Nathan gets a beautiful pass there. 2 minutes gone, Danny. 5 goals up. I don't know what to say. Aviators kind of just, I don't know whether Aviators have got a lot worse, or if Worcestershire just really turned on the magic they have.
I think it could be a little bit of sort of column A, column B scenario here when the ability has just dropped enough here, but if you raise that standard up, it is that sort of direction, or at least the indicator off it here. You did talk about sort of strategizing. The next one's about a 90% loss rate when you're 4-0 down with that amount of time. You're now just creeping 95, 96 still. So I don't want to say there's the optimistic one on the call here, but there is a chance, but I highly doubt that. So question that you've asked yourself there earlier, how do you play from this situation? Well, what can you throw differently? At no stage here have we seen the demo being coming out that Cans once was influencing for. We saw it at QCon, let's not forget that, just a few weeks ago. Such a vital play to the man himself here, in a double demo here by the opposition, just showing you that things could be turned the other way too.
That might be a potential strategy Aviators might need to come out with. Just send Cans on a mission, get him in the Can mobile. But the pass coming out to Enron, can't find it, and they're really good at capitalise on chances, but what they seem to be lacking is a bit of that creative force, as we were saying earlier, Danny, to just create those goals in the first place. A lot of just kind of booming the ball, a lot of simple shots for Worcestershire to defend, but they need to sort out their defence before they can even think about attacking right now. As we see a beautiful pass come out there from Eddie, and I have to say though, they are really, really trying to hammer down the Aviators and get rid of any motivation they might have for the last 2 games. Last 2 games, maybe last game. Who knows?
I think it'd be foolish to have that thought. It doesn't matter whether it's 1-0 or 20-0, it's still just a game loss. And that team knows well, surely, that they won't be too focused on that side of it. Again, briefly talking here, as the shot does creep on target in some considerable time by the Aviators. it does show you what Panda does offer, not to discredit Arctic himself as a player, but that sort of creativity is what you probably would need in these type of scenarios. So that element is missing, so you're reliant on Cans and Rob to have that natural link up to be even more so potent from earlier. But I do have a question here. Does Cans not have a catchphrase based on what you just sat there and said, then?
Does Cans have a catchphrase?
Well, you know, the can mobile, so have you been canned?
Yes, have you been canned? I will say, as we're setting up a potential Brazil here, I will have to say, Cans, he was once known for being for getting people canned and keeping track of a list of everyone that he has canned in our life. But I will say he's not necessarily done that in many a year. It seems he's kind of moved away from that just non-stop faking people and actually trying to play the game a bit. But we see there though an 8-goal potentially set up the Barcelona, but Eddie doing the free jump fake up the ceiling. But Luca, I don't know what's happening. This is just unprecedented in this series.
I think it's anybody wise enough would just close your eyes and, you know, put the kettle on if you want a cup of tea or something, because it's these are the type of games that are just blowouts. There's nothing to read too much in. The fact is that there was nothing on show or offered. It is that full reset button. If there was a timeout, it would have probably been called earlier, if not after this game. There is very little from even an analytical point of view, because how often do you want to sit here and say you shouldn't have done that, you shouldn't have done that, you shouldn't have done that?
Yeah, there's only so much you can do, and I think Aviators, especially this game, they would have really appreciated it if we added in that new RLCS 1v1 rule where you could forfeit after the 2-minute 30 mark. But we'll have to see. As 8 goals from Worcestershire, Eddie, 4 goals. He is really from that driving force. And Aviators, I don't think they're going to spend too quickly readying up. I think the experience in Enron, he's going to take his minute, going to try and talk to his team, hype them up, get them ready on defense. Because while we're on about their offensive power, I think if they can really start to lock down that defense, that's going to be what makes or breaks Aviators this next game. Their defense, because if they can really lock up that defense, as we've seen, Worcestershire, they're known to overcommitting, so I don't know. It's going to be a tough one to call, Danny.
Well, we have yet to see any form of a comeback once a lead has established. If that's true in terms of a pattern, this is championship point being already decided through Nathan's goal here.
Again, Rob trying to make something happen as the last man, just has to think about challenging against the ball, but maybe he shouldn't have gone. Proved correct though. The demo comes out there, Arctic in the 1v1 opportunity, and he hits the crossbar. And that's a fake by Rob. Can't make it happen. And that was almost a golden opportunity for the Aviators, and they couldn't capitalise. Arctic taking the ball off Enron. And he's just giving the ball away too easily. And we're trying to see a bit of Worcestershire passing coming out, but that's a great pinch by Cans into the infield. Arctic taking control, but only right into the path of Nathan. They really need to start making something happen, maybe start to do better. That could be a goal, and that's a brilliant save by Enron. And we're going to need to see a lot more of that coming out. Again, another save coming out. Worcestershire putting on a lot of pressure. It's on target. Enron again. That has to be the 3rd save he has to have made in a row, Danny.
Certainly is, and as much as these are vital saves, as Cans add another one towards the Aviators total, it is that one primary thought. Can they score? They were close earlier too. They have to break free. They have Arctic sitting up here. Could be at least a shot from nothing. That hasn't occurred. So Cans to take over past one. Nearly the second one, trying to find a pass here, but Arctic fails to collect the boost. No threat on target, and Aviators will just be looking at this and sort of going, when can we actually sort out the last play at the touch here? Get that, goals there.
They need to make a goal happen sooner rather than later. They don't need to throw the kitchen sink at it yet, as we like to say, or any kitchen appliance. As we see there, the demo, or the bump I should say, comes out. I couldn't say who it was, but that is a nice little open net from Cans. And again, Aviators, it seems to be rather just these bump plays. Arctic put the will come in that time, and maybe that's our route to victory, Danny. A few more bumps and demos, those disruption plays as we like to call them, but we can't really sit too high on the laurels there. We gotta wait. As you see, a little double tap from Enron. Arctic gets faked out there. Enron taking all the time he needs. And 2 minutes gone, 1-1. That's probably the first sign of any bit of a comeback when one team is led, Danny, that we've seen.
And that's the sort of the massive bit of it. And Snare has been wiped away, it's just as you said, that it has been re-established, the Wishers' dominance. And I don't think we can sit there and say that this game has been that word, but it's enough just to sit there and tell the Aviators we haven't gone away.
A lovely caster's curse there. As soon as we compliment Aviators on about potential comeback, they go and concede straight away. It's just how it always happens. As we see the shot come out there, that's a good dunk by Cans. Enron gets one small touch. Cans booming it up, trying to find Enron. Enron smartly going for the demo, but can't make it connect. Luca getting the 50 there with Arctic. Arctic managed to get one small touch there. Kansas beat. The demo comes out. Arctic is last, but there's no one for Worcestershire. They were too focused on the demo. Let's see here though. Enron up. Going to try and get that corner read. That's a massive boom downfield. It's on target, but Cans able to deal with it. And 2 minutes left. They need a goal, Aviators. That's a great shot. And that's an unbelievable shot by Eddie again from the ceiling. I feel like that's how he scores the majority of his goals. Nathan hits it up high. The redirect up high. That reminds me of a lot-esque back at RLCS Worlds. Season 3, Season 4, in and around that era. That brings me back to the days of a lot, Danny.
I might need to hold the thought here, because if you want to go back to the RLCS days here, the Aviators are hoping to be that dignitas as well of Season 4, Season 5 to prevent the lower side team to come on through. The likes of Cloud9 came from the lower flip side tactics, but not unfortunately like your digs back in the day. They knew how to win, they knew how to clamp the victories down here in Enron. He needs to be up to convert, or at least get his teammates to do one here. And 3 times that wall has been looked at, hasn't been put on target here. So the lower side essentially is trying to provide that upset here. 3-1 to the better. And of course the series 3-2. They are just moments away here from providing the upset itself.
Upset as we said, but that requires neutralising Worcestershire, and they really need some goals right now. 2 goals down, a minute left. Worcestershire, they need to close this out. They need to just waste the clock as much as possible. They don't necessarily need to score any more goals. A goal would definitely help, but they need to be careful to not overcommit and give Aviators exactly what they've been needing and thrived on this series. As you see Cans, final touch the backboard, double commit there. Ends up being a good save. Nate, I should say, gets another touch on the sidewall. The defender's caught out. 4 goals, 3 goals, they're good. I'm calling it, Danny. That has to be it. There is no way if it just comes back.
I have to agree with you. It's pretty much too little too late. And when the finishing product's not on the final third, it is an upwards task to keep relying on the mistakes from your opposition counterparts. But you get to the final is good enough. Sometimes it isn't your day here. The Aviators will know that. They had at least the upwards momentum at the start of the series, but failed to convert to the pressure point, and that's when momentum switched itself here. But in the last 15 seconds here, it's the 3 in blue that will be certainly the happier of the 2.
They will, as they're putting another goal. Almost another goal in. What a save by Enron. We might still see another goal, but no. That is it, Danny. That is official. Worcestershire are your ICC Intermediate Champions, #1 seed, coming through and absolutely securing that W. They will take home their share of the money. I don't know exactly what amount it is. I can't remember. But either way, Danny, a 4-2 for Worcestershire. I don't know will Aviators be happy. They might be happy they took a few games. But either way, Worcestershire, they proved just that bit too strong for Aviators.
Yeah, and they will be looking at and sort of going, yes, as much as that was a disappointment from the Aviators side, it is that we should just provided that little bit of extra quality in the final third. It wasn't too much separating the two, but once again here, it is how you perform on the day that's going to be the key part of it. Doesn't matter the league play segment of it, it's how you finish the championship itself.
That's exactly it. Obviously, we're going to put one big final congratulations to Worcestershire, our ICC intermediate champions. A lovely thank you to Danny for joining me in this grand final and not leaving me by myself. But we'll also need to do one big round of applause for Rory on our production, who, even though there was no caster there, he still managed to get all the games streamed and sacrificed his nice early bedtime of 9 p.m. for us, Danny. So we do have to thank him for that.
We certainly do as well. And the sponsorship, of course, LTX Academy for sponsoring everything else as well. Don't forget, of course, the Patreon down below, YouTube, and everything else. And if you are looking for more as well, Twitter, X, Sky Blue, or of course the Discord as well. But from David, Rory, and myself, it is a heartfelt good night.